They're like 50 quid now, charges, isn't it?
It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, if you get a brand new phone now, they don't give you a charger.
Not true. I got a brand new phone. How many charger?
What phone was it?
Brand new.
This.
Is that a very new?
iPhone.
Is that the latest iPhone?
Yeah.
There's somewhere they don't give you one.
They don't give you the plug.
I've heard there's somewhere they don't give you anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called gofuckyourself.com.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, don't look.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Got a Problem, Mate podcast.
His name's Bilal Zafar. Would you believe it?
That's Joey Page from Bexley Heath.
I'm wearing glasses because I'm so tired and I hate looking gormless.
But we can see the gormless.
No, you can't.
They're see-through.
Don't start on me, man. I've had some bad news, which if you want to know about it, you can watch the pre-show part of this episode.
That's right.
But basically, I lost a
On
competition.
Patreon.
I thought I was going to win about 10 grand. So, not in the
It
best
was never
spirits.
10 grand, it was 1 grand.
Oh, 1 grand out
Or
of 100
crisps.
grand. Or crisps.
But you didn't win either.
Don't tell them. I don't want.
Sorry.
We want them to. It's behind the paywall. Whilst we're talking about things like that, I would like to remind you, because I'm absolutely desperate to sell out some venues on my first ever tour. Please come and see me on tour. I'm going to loads of places like, not these places, but like these places. Bristol, Manchester. No, I am going to Bristol, Manchester, Margate, Cambridge. I'm only saying the ones that need to sell tickets. So come on down. There's other ones as well. Bilal's going to be doing some of the tour support.
Yeah.
And I'll be selling merch. So if you want to speak to me, that's how you can do it. If you haven't got any money for me, I won't chat to you.
You have to pay to talk to JP.
I'll be behind a paywall.
I'll talk to you for free.
Yeah.
If you don't have any money, I'll talk to you.
Yeah.
But it's not my show.
And you're not at all the dates, because some of them don't
That's
need
true.
to
I'll
be
come
supported.
along.
Okay.
Stand around at the end. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll see you in Norwich.
I'll be in Norwich. I've never gigged in Norwich. Let's introduce our guest.
Okay. Yeah. Let's do it.
Do you want to go first?
This guy is one of the most fun people to hang around with outside of work. And he is one of those faces where you know you've seen him on things on TV, but you're not quite sure which, because he's such a good actor. Not because the parts are smaller than you like. He's been in Wurzel Gummidge, would you believe it? And his own TV show, The Mind of Herbert Clutterdunk. No, I don't know how to say that.
No.
That's a nightmare for dyslexic.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I could have gone for a different one. Clunkerdunk.
Nice.
There we go. I got it. Second time around. And he is about to go on his own tour. And he's also a bit of a Coys boy. So I'm going to put my hat on. It's Spencer Jones, everybody.
Thank you. That's a nice intro.
Today's guest, everyone, you're not going to believe it, because we've only gone and got an actual proper guest, not like the other ones we've had before. A BAFTA-nominated guest. That's right. You left that out,
Not like
didn't you,
next
snake?
week's guest who's cancelled on us already.
No, don't talk about him. I don't think he has a BAFTA.
I don't know.
You might have seen this guy in Hollyoaks Later in 2012. Hollyoaks Later, if you don't know, that's when you late night watch Hollyoaks to jack off.
Wow.
And we actually saw your buns in that, didn't we?
No, did you?
Yeah, I did.
Maybe there was a body double. I don't remember getting my ass out.
I don't know.
Can I say, I know you're doing your intro, but
Yeah.
I once went to an advert casting for psoriasis, and they said in the casting, we need you to strip down to your pants so we can check you don't have psoriasis.
Fair enough.
But I didn't know that going in. I didn't want to strip down to my pants, and I didn't even get the part.
There's a couple of pants.
That's awful.
Pants auditions.
Yeah.
He was recently in Ted Lasso. That's a very big, successful show. Played Derek in 5 episodes.
Even I've heard of that.
That's right. He's been in a lot of stuff properly. It's Spencer Jones, everybody. Oh, and he does like clowning. Does like clowning. Do you remember where we met?
Was it a competition?
Yeah.
What kind of competition?
It was a comedy. It was a comedy competition. Oh, it was it was the new act.
Yeah.
Final.
2016.
Final.
January 2016. Final. Finale.
At Hackney or in
in Leicester Square.
in Leicester Square, and that was it. That was
Yeah.
where we met, and we spoke afterwards.
Because I won, and you went and did. Before it was announced, you went and did a thing.
Don't know.
You did it. Yeah, you did. Because you were last year's winner, but were you?
Oh, that's right. I was last year's second place.
So you shouldn't have been doing that.
No. I don't know why they didn't get the person who's doing first place, but
So that's a scandal.
Yeah, yeah.
This is worse than Hollyoaks Later.
Yeah.
No, it's worse than thinking about what Bilal's doing when he's watching Hollyoaks Later.
When you're on.
Is Hollyoaks Later still on?
I don't think so, but
Yeah.
wasn't that the idea? Hollyoaks Later was like,
Sexy.
yeah.
And
I think it was there. It had swearing in it.
It
yeah.
had swearing.
Yeah,
Oh my
yeah. We
God.
went to, in our episode. We went to Amsterdam.
The series
Wow.
allows for more sexual content, edgier storylines, and stronger language than Hollyoaks.
I didn't see any of that.
What other program
Because-
would benefit from being given extra status?
I
Like
think
the
I think-
news
I-
extra.
No, that's just the internet, isn't it? What about? I think EastEnders. Like, it's really weird that there's no swearing in East London.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
That's a
mean?
good point.
Yeah,
No
but
one's
on a
ever sworn.
Friday when it used to be, I don't know what it's like now. When it was on Later, they might say,
Bitch.
Bitch.
They had that up their sleeve.
Have you
That's the right-
demonetized us early on? today?
"That's not demonetized. That's allowed.
Because we're talking about dogs.
We will beep that all out. We'll beep that
Oh,
out."
really?
Woof.
So,
No, not really.
okay.
Uh,
I don't know what's real anymore.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you
And what
for
do you think
having
of
me.
this podcast so far? Do you think it works?
I like it. I feel at ease. I feel like I'm on a level playing field with you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
I've been given a coffee.
Yeah.
Now, shortly, we are going to be doing a feature called Vet the Guest. And
Yes.
I should cards on the table because basically I judge whether you're a good judge of character based on the answers. I can tell if you're lying, basically. And I think it's just
He did a
good
course.
to be above board and tell the people at home that I have actually hung out with Spencer outside of this.
Oh, yeah.
So
Watching Coy's Boys.
we went to see Tottenham versus your scumbag Arsenal
Ha,
team.
who's your favourite player?
I would say right now in the squad now.
Sure. Or ever.
Just from last night, one of the young lads who played. That was nice. I would
Aaron
say.
Lennon.
I would say my favourite player, just to have him back, is Mickey van der Ven at the minute. Just the speed of the man.
Fast Dutch
Now,
boy.
did you know this? I might have told you this in the pub, but I can't remember. Do you know who his dad is?
What?
Mickey van der Ven. Do you know who
Go
his dad
on.
is? Right. So his dad used to be quite high up in the Dutch police, and now he's retired. He is, you know, the TV show Hunted on
Yeah.
Channel 4.
Yeah.
He's the chief, like manhunter
On the Dutch version.
inspector on the Dutch version.
Oh, it's good.
Mickey
Thank
van
God
der
for
Ven's
that. Because
dad.
if it was one of the ones that they've got on the British version, they wind me up that
Yeah.
lot.
It was good when Blexley was on it.
Which one's that?
The old guy with the white hair.
Yeah. It's a funny bunch.
But now they're just like,
I'm really, really rooting for the guys that are getting hunted
Yeah,
on that.
yeah.
Me and Ruth often turn to each other and go, fuck it.
that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Spencer Jones. Now it's time for Vet the Guest.
Okay.
Where I ask you 6 questions.
Oh, but hang on, I haven't finished my anecdote.
Oh, I'm sorry.
What I was going to say was, so I am likely to be more lenient towards Spencer because I owe him a favour because I
ended
said,
up-
let's watch the football.
We ended up in what could have been a very interesting situation.
Yeah.
Basically, I accidentally took us to an Arsenal pub to watch the Tottenham Arsenal game.
The preamble to this is I don't usually go out and watch it in the pub unless I really know the boozer. And then you said, I've got a place. It's really nice.
And I went there.
like
I had
Joey.
such a good night out there before Christmas.
He'd had a lovely night out, hadn't you?
Yeah.
And we got in there. I got there first. Excuse me.
About half an hour first.
He's late. But I get us the best seats in the house. We're right in the middle on the sort of like higher pitched, higher tables.
Yeah.
Now, earlier on in the day,
Mm.
I had phoned up to check if this was an Arsenal pub because I don't know why I had a little nagging feeling about it. And the guy that answered the phone claimed to be the governor of the
Yes.
pub, yeah. And he said, "I'm going to be honest with you." He said, "I'm an Arsenal season ticket holder, but I'll be at the game. It's not an Arsenal pub. You'll be absolutely fine as long as you're not a dickhead." Were his exact words.
Mm. So I'm there, get us the seats, a couple of chats with some Arsenal boys in there. They were fine. And then slowly realised there was a lot more Arsenal in there than Spurs. Well, there was no Spurs.
There was
there
one
at all.
other Tottenham guy in there.
Was there?
Don't you remember?
Did he
The
get
old guy,
murdered?
yeah.
Oh
like
yeah,
no
yeah,
teeth.
yeah. No, he was a man at the end of the bar. He was a bit like the
lived at the
Wilson
end of the
Raider.
bar.
Do you know that guy, the Wilson Raider?
Yeah.
He doesn't know who
I
he
don't,
is.
that's
You
the
are,
second-
Sam?
You don't know.
No, he
Oh,
is.
you'd
Yeah.
love him.
And then right
I heard
before the
it was
game
strange.
started, the whole pub started singing a song that I have never heard before. I was
Yeah,
like,
that's bad
not,
sign.
that's not one of ours. So luckily for us, for our well-being, we lost. But you
Did
couldn't
you
help
celebrate?
it.
Did you take? You took the lead.
The first,
Did you celebrate?
yes, and he went like that really quickly.
To someone's chin.
No, "Ooh-ah," and then I think you pulled it back quickly, and I looked at him and went, "No, stop." And but luckily for you, when you did that,
I was dressed as a cockerel.
Yeah, he was undercover. When he did that, the other bloke at the bar was a bit louder, so everyone it sort of like camouflaged.
But they were
you.
used to him because it's his local. We were outsiders.
He was a token Spurs fan, basically, in an Arsenal pub.
But they did have by the pool table. They had a Tottenham shirt framed on the wall.
Covered in blood. Covered in blood.
Okay.
So I'm going to go easy on him.
All right. Well, it's time for Vet the Guest, and of
Hang
course,
on.
If you lie.
Am I getting okay? All right,
here
no.
it is.
I can take it.
Here's the Vet the Guest theme.
Watch out, Zaffer's about. Watch out, Zaffer's about. You better watch out, 'cause Zaffer's about. Watch out, Zaffer's about.
Zaffer.
He's called Zafar, isn't he? Bilal Zafar.
Maintaining eye contact. Yeah, this is working. This is intimidating.
Okay, so 6 questions.
That's never happened before. Can I just say that?
That is incredible.
That's never happened before. That's brand new.
That's great. I like that you held my gaze.
I really try not to laugh.
That's really good.
Question 1. Ever seen a ghost or experienced a ghoulish happening?
Are you winding me up? Huh? Sorry, what? Have I?
Yep.
Twice. Once on the stairs at a pub in Greenwich when I used to work at a pub in Greenwich.
Oh.
But I've put it away in the back of my mind because I think I had long hair at the time and I think it was my hair going by. I've managed to
Compartmentalize.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then once when I was 4 on a in a farm, I lived on a farm briefly. My mum and dad split up, came down, and I'm on the sofa and I hear clip clop outside.
Jürgen Klopp.
Clip clop, Jürgen Klopp, and the whole of the curtains, there was moonlight coming through, went dark briefly, and then went light again. But I've put that down to a wandering
Local
deer.
horse.
yeah.
Do you not think by rejecting all these beings the way you are, they are going to get you again?
I hadn't thought about it, but nah, they'll be all right.
Okay, that's a brilliant answer.
I don't think it's worth re-going over because it's so long, but we all know that I've definitely...
Yours is horrible.
It's real ghostly.
It's very scary.
Real ghostly stuff.
Really?
Question 2. This is a good one. What's your soup of the day?
It's a good one. Soup du jour.
Have you seen my act, my current thing that I do?
Is there a soup of the day thing?
I do. I've got a song called "Can I Taste Your Soup?" And I walk around the audience asking them what
you did
soup.
that at the festival.
My soup, I would say, I'm a big fan of broccoli and Stilton. Ratios? Is that what you're wondering? Okay. I'd say 30-20 in favour of
The cheese.
broccoli.
Oh,
Right.
Oh.
Because otherwise, that's just a fondue, isn't it?
Yeah,
Otherwise,
it is.
Are you making your own?
yeah, definitely have a go at making your
Oh,
own.
yeah?
Yeah. I like. I tell you what. Also, I do like making is just a use up soup. Like you've got bits and pieces. Just plain vegetable soup.
And
bits
how
and
are you
pieces.
doing this?
I'm going onions first, nicely chopped up, soften those bad boys, and then working in order of density, I suppose. Add stuff into the pot.
That's good.
Chicken stock from a roast the night before.
Oh my God.
He's a real baller in the kitchen.
Yeah.
No, I just like to make the most out of my my veg.
you've got,
What I've got,
Good.
yeah. Don't think this is good content.
I
for
quite
you.
like. No, it is.
This is great.
People will find out what you're really like, Spencer.
Okay.
No, but also, I feel like there's definitely room with you and your prop abilities to do a cooking YouTube show where it's deadly serious. Apart from at some point, maybe about 15 minutes in, you just pop a prop in instead of a vegetable.
yeah.
It would like blow people's
Yeah.
minds that weren't expecting it.
Or like substitute ingredients. I mean, if you haven't got any tomatoes, just paint some ping pong balls red.
Yeah.
Question number 3. What's your ideal footwear and why?
Oh, that's a good.
And
question.
also
I've
why?
got something to say
That's what
about
I said.
this.
What?
Mhm.
I just bought a pair of slippers. And they've changed my
slippers.
fucking life.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't think I was a slipper guy.
Do you wear them with socks or without socks?
Normally with, but it just
Can I
depends
suggest
on-
something?
What?
Buying a brand new pair of socks as soon as we get out of here.
Why is that?
put them on with these brand new slippers.
Oh, God.
It's double bubble.
Because
It's one of the best things ever. Get yourself a brand new pair of trainers, but when you first put them on, get yourself a brand new pair of socks. It's one of the best feelings ever.
and we're
Crying.
Happened to me once. Yeah. It was a great day. It's only happened to me
I'm
once.
going to show you these because
I'm going to predict not a moccasin. I'm predicting. I reckon a classic with a check on the toe. Oh, they're going to be Spurs ones or something.
No, it was a moccasin. But look
And
at
slippers.
just look at the lining on it. They've basically got a memory foam inner under the fur.
Oh, you have gone for a moccasin.
Yeah, they're so comfy.
Would you go
They're
outside
so
in them just to
comfy.
take the bins out?
Yeah.
You would.
Yeah.
Are they
Yeah,
going on
yellow.
straight on? Are they by the door when you get in? Are you wearing
Yeah,
those all
because
the...
basically, my flat,
Excuse me.
albeit it's not that big, the radiator's by the window. There's a lot of heat.
Mm.
If you're up the other end where my desk is, it's cold. So I
Right.
did have to get myself a pair of slippers.
Spencer hasn't told us his.
I know, we're
favourite
getting to it. Why didn't I? I've
This
just
is
realised, why
unbelievable.
didn't I get the light brown? I got the black ones. But yeah, I
much
highly
are these?
recommend them. How much do you reckon I paid for them, Bilal?
£34.
How much do you reckon I paid for them, Spence?
42.
I paid
$16.99.
$16.99. And that's a good quality
Should have
slipper.
known that we should have gone lower because he was asking the
Because
question.
he's cheap.
That's what the Patreon money's going.
memory foam.
So
Right,
if you
sorry.
want to find out what's going on in the pre-show, sign up to Patreon. We can get Bilal some slippers.
I would like some. Sorry, what's your
Best footwear I've ever had,
brand?
Oh,
I would say, was a pair of Adidas Terex that I had about 4 or 5 years ago. They don't do them anymore, and they were amazing.
But you could get hold of them, surely.
No, I've had a look. I've been on Vinted looking for that sort of pair, but they don't do it anymore. I tried a different pair, but no good.
oh wait, so
Alternatively,
they're like walking shoes.
they're kind of like they're like an all rounder. So you could run in them, wide toe, but they had a little dial at the front where you turn them, and they weren't laces. It just go and it would like gather up.
What?
Yes, mate.
Why don't we have this?
Yeah, I know.
Now?
Why don't Adidas still make them? I bought a pair of Adidas recently, actually, and all the bottom came off. Very, very, very bad. And also, current Adidas, they look like they're...
Sort of that sort of thing.
Yeah, they were way cooler than that. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I was hoping they would be.
Yeah.
I mean, what's worse is I've had to accept cookies, so now I'm going to get sent these all the time.
That's
which I
horrible, to
don't
be
want.
honest.
I
That's
don't wanna see
horrible.
that
Did you
every
look
day.
up Terex?
That-
Yeah,
literally,
Terex.
That's what I've written. Terex.
Yeah, Adidas at the minute have got, like polystyrene. They look like polystyrene on the bottom. You know, that white sort of...
Oh
made
yeah, I
of
hate
dots
that.
of crap.
My brother likes them.
Yeah. I've currently got a pair. I bought a pair recently, Nike, and I was looking around for ages trying to find trainers. At this age, it's very difficult because a lot of trainers look crap. Then and you briefly look at those Yeezy ones, those weird ones.
I like
that
a
are-
high top.
Yeah, nice, yeah.
that's
But I
high
can't wait because it gathers up the top by the trouser. But I bought this pair. And finally was like, these Nike all right, like 60 quid, 70 quid, they'll be fine. And I got them, and when I got home, I realised that when I lifted up the left foot, hang, it made a slight noise, hang. And so wherever I walked, hang, and it was like...
But now do they not just become a prop?
Well, yeah, obviously I've based, tragedy plus time equals comedy.
Yeah.
I'm working on a bit now, but no, and hang, it was every time I stood up, hang, on the left. And it was like, wherever I walked, if I was in a rush, hang.
So was it like a little hole?
It was like a little man shouting twat. Do you know what I mean?
But what was actually called? Like a little hole somewhere?
No, not a hole,
The
not
air's
like
getting-
it wasn't a. It
So,
was
hang.
it was the trainer leaving the ground. It was the dense rubbery plastic catching, and it happened on carpet. It happened on concrete, cobbled stones, and then annoyingly, I went on stage with them. Thought I'm going to show this as I'll start talking to the audience about it. They stopped doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because of the static electricity.
You think it's in your
Might.
head? They're not doing it at all, are they?
So yeah, I'm a bit of a. Yeah, that was a bad thing. Adidas Terex, Nikes were crap. Also, adult Heelys. Big into adult Heelys.
Do you have any?
What, with the
Yes.
wheels?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use them on stage. It's a good
Ah.
laugh. You can go move from one side of as long as you don't let the audience know that you've got them on, and then eventually, just right at the last minute, you go, and you go walking away.
That's good. That's good.
I had a similar idea to that once when
Yeah.
I had short hair.
Yeah,
I had a clip-in mullet that I'd found.
lovely.
As part of a
Lovely.
fancy dress something, right?
Yeah.
And so I'd wear it for the whole gig, and then at the end I've been Joey Page, and then I'd unclip it and be like, or have I? And then drop it and walk off.
That's brilliant. That's brilliant.
Excuse me. Question number 4. you scared about all this AI then?
Steak bake.
Steak bake.
Deep fake. Steak bake. What's it called? Deep seek.
Am I scared? Yeah, not really. I'm just going to ignore it. I'm not. I'm just going to ignore it. I think it feels like a party trick at the minute. You know, put that in a giraffe on a motorbike, covered in flour, making a meringue next to Boris Johnson.
That's
And
quite
then you write enter, and then E.
And it doesn't give you that.
Well, it gives you something,
gives
but
you something.
that feels like that's the basic sort of like party trick. It's like putting a load of stuff in a ball and just throwing it at a wall, and hey, accidentally made a face. That's what some people think. This is.
Or like finding Jesus in a naan bread.
Yeah.
Margaret Thatcher in like
Down the middle of a marrow.
an iron burn on the ironing board.
But then is it Chat GPT?
Yes.
Yeah.
I won't be using that
Well,
because it's what?
you know, Jack D uses it for all his stand-up.
No,
No, I don't know. Just chuck it in. I'll just
Yeah.
start that.
No,
Okay, that's
I
a
don't
good
mind it.
answer.
Yeah,
That's a nice.
I don't mind it.
Just
I don't.
ignore it.
Positive
You
answer.
crack on, yeah. You crack on with it, but I'll be yeah.
Let it play chess against itself.
Yeah. What am I going to do? It's not like I can stop it, so I'm only worried about shit I can sort out.
Okay. Question 5. This is no. What? All right. You think he's AI? What? Why?
So that's what an AI would say.
Oh yeah.
Give me the squares. Asking me to prove I'm not a robot.
That's good.
Yeah. Can you,
That's a glass.
can
the
you point
glass.
out all the drinking receptacles in the room?
That's a glass.
Oh,
Kill him.
kill it.
Question number 5 is quite a deep one.
Oh.
How much would it cost you to sell out? Now, the selling out can mean different things.
Wait, hang on. No,
different people.
let's break this down a bit though.
Okay.
What would constitute? What would you hate to do? What TV program would you hate to have to go?
Or advert or something, something that you think.
No,
I
like say, would you do Dancing on Ice? If they asked you,
He'd do that.
No.
Oh, you'd be great.
would
No.
you do? Would you? What?
Would you do Channel 5's Best British Ads?
What, like be one of the people that's
Yeah.
talking in a thing? Oh,
I did that.
Talking heads.
I would talk about ads. I'd watch a load of ads and then talk about it.
Would you
Yeah.
do like a new? It's like a sort of political vehicle, and you have to like co-host it with Ian Hislop.
I would. I am. Well, this is difficult, isn't it? Because
He's your dad.
You got him.
He's your dad.
no. I like Ian. I like him a lot, and
Yeah,
I am politically minded, but I don't make outwardly comments about it at all. And also, I don't feel like I'm clever enough and know everything enough
What
to be able
about-
to chat about it.
If would you host Big Brother with Noel Edmonds?
Yes,
Okay, you would
just
like to do
just
that.
for the
Yeah.
Vance.
Okay. All right. What
Just
else
for the
is
Vance.
there?
I can't believe I just said that.
Would you open for Simply Red?
Yes.
Okay, I'm trying to think of something.
Would you do a new football-related show on Sky
with
One
Jim Davidson?
with Jim Davidson, and it's called Football Banter
Gone wrong.
Gone Wrong?
We'd have to talk. We'd have to talk money on that for me to even.
So
Okay.
yeah, so
No.
how much? How much to sell out? That's what we need.
How much
to
to
know.
sell out? So I would say I probably wouldn't do an advert for gambling.
Okay.
Okay, but what about if it was like 100?
What about Mecca Bingo?
100 grand.
Yeah.
How long's it on for? And where's it playing?
Sorry, what?
How long's it on for? The advert and where's it playing?
Wembley
6 years.
Stadium.
6 years.
They're playing at Wembley Stadium.
What? That's a tough one, isn't it?
Yeah.
It would sort out some stuff, wouldn't it? 100 grand. 100
100K.
grand. 100 grand.
It's in your bank account now. We'll put it in now. We'll put it right now.
We'll put it in
Mate,
now.
We'll
I
try
am
it now.
skint at the minute.
Before the end of
We'll
the
try
podcast.
it over now.
We're putting in 100
That would
grand.
be a hard question. I would really struggle with that one. What would you do? Would you go? Would you take a oneer?
What,
I'd do it for £25.
25.
Would you
Yeah.
guzzle a litre of Smirnoff Ice live on TV for 100 grand, even that's against your religion?
Well, I would, because I'd sick it all up immediately. Is this live?
And then give half of it to charity.
Yeah.
What about would you get your pathetic little balls and penis out on TV for 5k?
But cock and balls out for that's a question.
Would you?
No.
How much?
How much? Because we want to see this.
How much to get
I'm
my?
going to ask DeepSeek to raise the money.
It would have to be like key to the project. That's
So
a
you'd do
boring
it if it was
question.
tasteful.
So if it was
I mean,
So if it's
portrait
Steve-
artist of the year,
Have you read? I was reading that Michael Caine book, and at the end of it, he kind of really said all the stuff about his life. He kind of gives a few tips, and one of them's about making decent roasts, and in one of them, it's about he sort of goes, "Don't you don't need to get naked, right? If you do, if you
like
have
a roast.
to, if no, as in he does a number of things, like how to roast potatoes,
Right.
but also another
What's he
thing
saying
is,
about roast potatoes?
he just tells you how to do them. Like it's the classic, boil them up, fluff them up, and then get them in a fat, and.
Okay.
But then he says about being naked. He says, "Don't do it really as a rule, but if you have to, if you really, really have to, be aware that if you're moving about and you suddenly stop, other things keep moving." And it just made me laugh. Just a nice idea. So if I did it, I would.
Keep moving.
Keep moving. Yeah, don't
It's
stop.
just a blur.
Yeah. No one wants to see my parts, do
We
they?
do. Yeah.
I don't know.
We're
You might have.
offering
You
to
might have.
pay.
You might have avid fans.
Good parts.
No, you might have crazed fans.
So 100 grand, and we can start getting you to.
I think conversations are going to happen. Yeah.
Conversations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or wanna. I mean, but then you got to half it, say 50. You'd still be having conversations at 50, wouldn't you?
I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll get naked on the podcast if we get to 100 episodes.
Sorry, if we get to 100.
Yeah.
You've done it, haven't you done?
Yeah, this is 101.
It's 100, isn't it? This is 100.
Sorry, this is 100.
It's 100.
Do you know that you're our 100th guest?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, we haven't
I
always
would-
had guests, so,
So we were hoping you could do a bit of your stand up now.
yeah.
Maybe 10.
Got any props?
I haven't.
Oh, sorry, I'm still on Vet the Guest.
Yes.
Okay, that was fascinating. Final question: if you had to be a career criminal, I did mean that. I have a natural sarcastic
Taxman.
sounding
Okay.
voice.
Okay.
Question 6: if you had to be a career criminal, what would be your thing?
Probably theft
Okay.
or hitman.
Oh,
Wow. Opposite ends.
Yeah.
and how would you do the hitting?
Once a year,
Once a year?
firework night. A lot of
Yeah.
bangs on
Lot of
firework
bangs.
night.
And what are you doing?
Two
to
more
kill?
people getting banged.
10
Bang.
jobs. 10 jobs.
So,
10 kills.
10 kills on fireworks.
Then the rest of the
and
year
how much
off.
are you charging there?
10 grand.
Oh, 10,
Apart,
so
that
you're
would
getting
take us up to
100
the 100, yeah.
Do you only want to earn 100 grand a year? But it's only a one night.
No one's catching me if I only work for one night of the year.
And what are you going to do the rest of the time?
Just spend that one up.
Yeah.
Probably go on Fortnite for a lot of it, if I'm not
Put it
honest.
all on a 2-1 Spurs.
Now you know about this.
Yeah.
You know about this.
What?
He's talking about this computer game.
Oh, yeah.
Hitman?
No,
Have you played it?
not played Hitman. No, I gave up gaming years and years ago, and then my
Okay.
son's got a Switch and a Xbox now, and
Very cool.
I now have a go on Fortnite most days, and that's my
Sorry
time.
about
Thank you. Yeah.
Excuse
So
me.
on Fortnite, I'm on Fortnite a little bit now.
Okay. You should
know what I
live
mean?
stream it. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I looked into it, but my ADHD kicked in, and I found myself looking at other stuff. Who's going to watch me live streaming playing Fortnite?
Watch
You'd be
him.
surprised.
Really?
They watch
There's
him.
money in it.
He's doing it.
Could you give me some
100
tips?
100
Yeah, I could.
Yeah, you get 100 grand if you're
genuinely,
naked.
Yeah.
It's called.
As in, you need this, and this. You
Yeah.
need to sign up to this, and then you can do it. And how often do you do you do it?
I do it loads at the moment
Yeah,
because I'm not gigging enough.
right.
But
Is
yeah.
that chicken and
You've
egg
got to strike
situation?
a balance.
Are you
bit.
not gigging enough because of that, or
Yeah, I'm probably a bit lazy right now.
right?
But I basically in
now.
lockdown I did
Right
it.
now,
I did it loads.
everyone.
Hey. We talked about this. I did it loads in lockdown and it went very well
Right.
for me.
Yeah,
He did it as well.
You
He
got
likes
me
to
into
pretend he
it.
doesn't. He did some live streaming
I
on
can't
Twitch.
remember. I might have done. I don't really remember.
He did it.
Might bring it back.
Spencer
as a YouTube
Jones,
show.
congratulations. You did really well on Vet the Guest. You scored 6,700 points. That's
Fucking hell,
very
that is
high.
quite-
for
sounds
Vet the
high.
Guest.
That's a lot.
That's very high. How'd you do it?
To get that
Hang on
high.
a
How'd you do
second.
it?
Can I just say something?
How'd you do it?
How do I do that? Look at that.
How'd you do that?
Concentration.
All right.
Can I just say something?
Did you cheat? Did you have these questions before?
Two
Did he
of them
give
I knew. No, two of them I knew. The soup one, because that's already in my back pocket, and the hitman is an idea I've had for a long time.
How does he do it?
Theft.
I can tell you something.
Yes.
He had his hero on here, Richard Herring,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? And he was like, "I'm going to give Richard all the points."
Yeah.
So I love Richard Herring,
Yeah.
and you got more points than Richard Herring. So.
Well,
Yeah,
that's
but
good.
because before we came in, when we were upstairs, it was just me and Richard. Before you came up,
Mm.
he grabbed me
It said,
He
"Where's my?"
threatened
It
you?
said, "Where's my
and
money?"
He got me against the wall. He said, "Don't you He said, "Don't f me over on Vet the Guest."
Yeah,
He said, "Don't f me over."
yeah.
And his head was like touching my head.
Feeling
Yeah.
spit
Yeah.
in your face.
Yeah.
Did he
What a
feel
horrible
strong?
man.
Did
Well, you know, I respect him. My respect went up for him.
I always feel bad when a guest gets a training as opposed
He
to
came in
tube.
from outside, yeah.
But as he threatened you, I don't feel.
He beat the
sorry for
crap
him.
out of me. Yeah.
I'm jealous. I'd like to beat the crap out of you. Anyway, that's.
Right. Yeah. Well done.
So,
Thank you.
Spencer, now we're going to delve into your mind. I want to just know some, because two things, basically. I use this podcast to further my own career quite often.
Good idea.
And I want advice from you, basically.
Don't want advice from me, but I'll try.
I do, right? Because I want advice on one, I think it's a dirty word, but I'm going to use it. The clowning thing, right?
Yeah.
I want to be better at improvising on stage, but also I want to be a better actor.
All right.
So have you got any advice for me on either of those two subjects?
Excuse me.
Why do you need what sort of clowning do you think you want to do?
No, I just want to improvise more. I just want to like muck around around and the outside of my material.
He thinks he can't do it, but he can.
But I don't take those risks.
I've
gotten stuck in a pattern of I know these jokes work, so I'm not going to do anything else.
Oh right, so you've got your set and that's it. I would say try this, right?
Yeah.
At home when the missus isn't in. This started weirdly.
I'm busy then.
I would
Respect to all the ladies that use the art form as a way of paying the bills.
have you have you ever like how do you write then? How do you write your comedy?
In a cafe with just a notepad.
With a pen.
Bit of noise around, and you thinking gags like
I just
writing
think of
gags?
like, oh, what do I think about this, or like something that's happened, and then so for example, I had a really bad experience with British Airways, so I've been trying to write a bit about that. But like been going back, and then you go right. Well, what have I got? What else is in common with that? Do you know what I mean? Like, so British. What other things have got British in the title? And I'm like just trying to piece all this together.
Right. I reckon then to change how you search for stuff. Try that. So at home, like have a dance around, put some music on your headphones, go wild, get yourself really pumped up and ready to go, and have a camera ready to record yourself. So you can't see yourself, but it's ready to go. And then press record, and then do and stay in it for 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Yeah. Talk about the thing that you want to work on.
Oh God.
And keep going and going. And maybe you sort of put yourself into Joey Page, the comedian character.
Mode, yeah.
And you just talk and talk and talk. Do not break. Keep going. If you break, keep coming back to it, but keep going. And then stop at 15, right? Have a little moment, have a cup of tea, and then go again. Do it twice. And then this is a horrible bit. It's hard because you will run out of stuff. All the boring stuff you'll get out at the start. But when you watch it back, 15 minutes, the first bit will be like rubbish. Then you'll lose your way. And then something weird happens towards the end. And you'll start going, oh, what's that? What's that? And then at least then you're finding something in a different way. But the thing is that's how I kind of work sometimes. But if you're about sitting down in a cafe, then don't go to that cafe. Go for a walk. Write somewhere else. That would be my advice. If you want to bust out of your whatever it is.
Yeah, it's more like
that's proper advice.
That's proper advice.
Yeah,
that sounds really good.
I think it might be.
Yeah, that's great.
A thing.
How long have you been doing that for? Like, when did you discover that?
It's my mate Lucy Hopkins told me to do that, which I think is probably a clam version of. Is it called the Daily Pages? When you just sit and write, you just write for no reason. Maybe that's the thing. Here's the other thing. It sounds like you're going right. I really want to find this. I've got to find a thing about.
No, because when I'm not actually, I haven't got an idea. I'll just let my mind wander and just start writing, and then whatever comes just comes.
Yeah.
But I'm almost talking about like when I'm up there, I never really improvise.
I tried because I've had no bandwidth at all to try anything new recently, and then I just the other day started. I had an idea. And the game I can't really, I won't say it because it's a new thing, but I went up with, that's hard, man. It's hard going up and improvising off.
Because not like with nothing, but it's like, do you know what I mean?
Do you always feel like you start it and then you go, fuck it, I'm going to do this bit of material
I'll just get
now.
back into a bit of material, or like I'll talk to an audience member and then I'll.
But do you never get tempted? Because like when a gig is really lovely and they're so nice and they just like you immediately, is that not when you just think, just try something else? That's what I do.
Yeah, but I don't know. I've got stuff
That's
that I know
the time,
because
because not not every gig is ideal for that,
No.
right? If it's a bit
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you could turn up with a real sort of headstrong, I'm going to do new stuff, I'm going to be off the cuff, and you turn up
and they're a bit cold.
and they're a bit cold, or you decide that they're too cold. Maybe you should just go, I'm having it. I don't care. I'm going to die tonight on stage and it doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, but I don't, because when I was surreal, I died all the time. I'm like scared of dying now. Like I'd rather just play it safe.
Yeah, it's catch-22, yeah. It's weird when you talk to geezers that are a bit older and they have ended up staying and doing the same thing. You think about the old vaudeville acts, they were doing the same thing every single night, but they were paying their bills.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I'm paying my bills.
That 15-minute thing.
That is really good.
Is good advice.
It's a thing, you know.
Do it now.
I used to do it with the props, so I go, right, I'm going to do 15 minutes with this. You know, everything. You'd be listening to the door, you know, gargling. That's all boring stuff. Boring.
But then you find
something happens.
you shove out your ass and you got a bit.
Yeah. It's weird.
How do you come up with your stuff? Because it's so different to what I do.
Yeah.
And it's like...
I don't know, man. When I first started out, it was bits like that. I'd try stuff like that, or I would have bought a prop drunk, and it's on the shelf. It's been there for 6 months, and I have to take it. It has to earn its place in the house.
Okay.
And then, at the minute, I don't know. I think I've got ADHD, and I think I just basically make the most of that.
What a bombshell! A comedian on this podcast of ADHD.
Yeah, I don't. I mean,
all of us.
I'm
All of us.
diagnosed. But I don't know. I just kind of. I haven't been very good at it, if I'm honest. This is a serious bit. I've been rubbish for writing new stuff for a while. How do I write? You just do what you know, don't you? You do what you know.
You've done loads of very successful shows.
Yeah, I suppose I got lucky to get the chance to do it, and then it's panic, isn't it? You know, having kids, that helps because you've got to pay for them.
Have some kids.
Yeah,
I don't know,
I don't
man.
really want any. In fact, it's quite funny you should mention that, 'cause today's guest problem is about kids, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. How do you write my stuff? I don't know.
What about have you got any acting advice for me, Spence? And him?
I've been really worried about my acting recently.
Why?
'Cause you've done loads though.
I have, but I put, if you look at the list.
Yeah.
If you look at the list, Herbert Clunkerdunk I wrote, so I'm going to put myself in it.
Doing any more of those?
No.
No, so I can't be in that. Okay, cool.
What are we looking at? The
Lasso.
fact that, are you saying because you've not done anything since 2023? Is that what you mean?
No, I'm always, we're full of doubt, you know what I mean?
No, I don't think he meant that.
What? Oh. What did he mean?
No, I don't know. I mean, I've done stuff and I'm really thankful and stuff, but me giving out acting advice, all I've been trying to do recently to improve myself is just trying harder on self-tapes and just really understanding it. And I haven't got any advice at all. Someone says you should be forensic on each line. You should know why each line they're saying each line. So I try and do that.
But then also you're not in real life. Like, it just comes out your mouth, doesn't it?
Yeah. You can't, but equally you can't just, hope that it's going to come out right on the day. So it's like a bit of a balance. There's a few things going on. But if you're thinking I'm going to act cross now or I'm going to act pissed now, then you're not going to do it. You're not going to do it right. It depends what the part is. Do you know what I mean? Like the Ted Lasso thing. Usually I would prep a part, but I didn't get a chance to prep it for whatever reason. And they called me on the Monday. Said, "Where's the tape?" And I didn't want to piss off the casting agent, so I stuck the sheets to a wall behind the camera. Didn't learn the lines. Ruth wasn't there to do the other lines. She's not very good at it anyway. She hates doing the other bits.
Yeah.
And I just did an impression of my mate's Uncle Gary. And that was it. And it felt like the right thing to do. And I just did that and then sent the tape off, not thinking anything of it. And that's how I got it.
Yeah.
And I think there's a little bit of that bravado and like, sod it, who
I could
cares?
pretend to be my Uncle Carl, but
I think
you're in prison.
if you're reaching for it, if you're reaching for it, like today you did an audition, right?
Yeah.
And you were really worried about it.
Yeah.
And you're gonna feel that. Like people are gonna feel that across the camera. Whereas if you've just done an advert for gambling, you got a $1 in the bank, $100 grand in the bank.
It's not even
You're going to be a bit more relaxed.
It's not about the money because I'm absolutely loaded from all the patrons. But no, it's you don't get any of that, by the way.
Oh,
and no, basically, it was just more like because I don't get a lot of acting auditions.
Yeah.
I want more.
Yeah.
But it's like, oh, I don't get these very often, so that's why it was precious to me more than the money.
I reckon make some yourself then.
Yeah, I'm actually.
You got to make some yourself. You can film it on one of them, film it, and put stuff out, and then people go, "Oh, we can do that."
Yeah,
I think that's what you've got to do.
Well, I'm filming this.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
upload
yeah.
a monologue.
Can we get something a bit of acting now? Can
Just
we
do a serious monologue. We'll put it on Instagram.
It was the best of times. It was the worst of times. Is that?
Can just for the camera here? Could we have struggling writer? You're just trying to find a gag. So this, I'd like to see, and I want you to see you trying to find what the right word is for a character to say. It's got to be a strong word, but not too rude.
Oh,
and then you think of the word. Oh, that's perfect. This word.
Tosser.
And then write it down. He's pleased with it. He's very pleased, and then he writes it down. He's in a cafe, forgets he's just said tosser out loud, and he carries on. Sorry. Oh, what's that? What was this?
You got it.
Yeah, I got the part.
You got the part?
Great, thanks.
Tosser in a cafe.
What an episode this has been for me. I've
you
learned
go-
so much from this.
Did you go like clown school?
I did. No, I've not been. I did 5 days
Yeah.
with Phil Berger's Dr. Brown
Okay.
in about 2014.
Mhm.
And I'd not trained and done anything like that. And I really liked that. It was good fun.
Okay.
I was crap, but I really liked it. I could see where the
Do you think it made you better?
Yeah, it made me realise you can get laughs in different ways. Yeah, and I was kind of doing sketch comedy and characters and stuff, and I'd done a bit of stand up, and I wasn't very good, but I just like the stupidness of it, the instantness of it. Different game, you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. But
Different
that's why I
game.
want to bring a little bit of that into my stand up.
If you ever try going on stage and not saying anything,
Yeah, well, that's kind of my opening.
is it?
Yeah, I mean, you saw me at a festival.
Yeah. You walk on,
I'm supposed to remember.
and you're walking
you.
around.
No, I don't.
And I think your opening line is, "I'm better at
I'm
this
going to be better at this than
than you
you
think."
I'm going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you're waiting for that line all the time, aren't you? You're
Yeah.
ready to do that line.
Yeah.
I'm safety because in a minute I'm going to say
Yeah.
that line. Don't say that line next time.
Oh god.
Ha!
That's it. Don't say that
God.
line.
You really shot yourself in the foot here.
No,
Shouldn't have
that-
told him about
but that's
that line.
good.
I think I could have used it and he would have thought I'd improvised it.
Yeah.
What are you going to say now?
Sorry.
Sorry.
That's good advice, but that's terrifying to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's what it should be, shouldn't it?
Oh, I know, but
Should
should
be.
it?
Do you remember it being terrifying when you started?
Yeah, it's still terrifying now sometimes. But I think that's actually really advice when I'm not terrified. Like, because there's some gigs you just go, I'll phone this in.
Yeah.
It's only that lot at home.
Yeah.
So Spencer,
Yes.
first of all, that was very useful advice. But secondly, we want to help you. So what is your problem that you brought in for us?
Well,
to solve?
when I was posed with the thought of what do you need help with, I'm not going to lie, it sent me into a spin because all of the things I started asking myself were way too big. Like, what the fuck am I doing with my life? Or
I mean, I couldn't
how
sleep
do I
last
be a
night
better
because of that.
dad? You know, like literally like massive questions, and I realised they're way too big. I had a couple. These ones I've turned down. How long should I wear trousers for? As in, like
In life?
before they put them in the wash.
Oh, right, yeah.
So
4 days,
4 days. Jeans?
9 days.
Jeans you're not supposed to wash, are you? That's what they say. Isn't it?
Hey?
Yeah.
Well, that's what they say,
Yeah,
don't
you're
they?
supposed to just wipe them.
My step, yeah. What?
Yeah, like just with like a
Okay.
like just
With a
wipe the
tissue.
stain off.
I was speaking to a bloke on the tube, my friend Marco, on the way in, and he said his friend, as soon as the clocks go back, he starts wearing shorts.
What, and that's it?
That's his rule. All right, so that's not my question. Is there anything I can do about the toilet lid and seat not staying up? That annoys me. You know,
Not
when you
staying up?
rent a gaff,
Yeah.
you're looking at this nice bedroom, nice bathroom, decent kitchen, nice view.
You need to get a new seat.
No, as in when you have a
they put
wee,
it
you've got to
to-
hold it up.
Yeah,
You
I
never
think
check
You need a new one.
No, because you could put a new one on, but it still would. The
Oh,
angle's
so
still
the angle's wrong.
still
So that
there.
needs to be moved. You need a whole new bowl.
Yeah, he knows about this.
Should I try and become a rapper? That was another one I've.
Yeah,
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse, with all due disrespect to comedian rappers, especially white ones.
What?
No. It's so cringy.
but are you gonna do funny rapping, or do you want to?
Just honest, and then if the laughs come, they come.
Right.
No. If you're going to go down a musical route, I think you should continue
I'm already on a musical route. Yeah.
What is it? Plough the furrow?
Yes.
Is that the saying?
Yeah.
Of dance music, like in your last piece when you
Do more
festival
dance
sets.
music, yeah.
Why don't all three of us enter the Musical Comedy Awards? And we'll get writing today.
Well, can I tell you something? Right, I was over Christmas. I never really paid too much attention to LCD Sound System.
Oh,
right?
great band.
And my mate put on an LP.
Yeah.
And I just got a bit lost in it, and I came to the conclusion I could do this. And I was like, I was going to give up comedy and just do that over Christmas. I had a thought about it.
Get yourself an
Not for about 5
LCD Sound System song,
Yeah.
dance around to that, and just stop and start it at home, and then say stuff, and then put it back on again. I mean, I'd watch that. Do you know what I mean? You just got to find a new palette. Just going back to your idea.
Yeah. But
That's a really good idea.
But I think something like that, some sort of spoken wordy over some dance music would do you well, but not rapper. I
Okay.
reckon.
Is there any chance of me ever playing James Bond?
Yeah.
Yep.
Cool.
They could really change the direction of it.
Yeah.
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 But as we were talking about, when was we talking about that? Was we talking about that on next week's episode or in the pre-show?
What?
Was we talking that about?
That's where we're at. Yeah.
I love that. I'm obsessed with tenses at the minute, just getting them wrong. Anyway, carry on. Sorry.
No, because we've filmed these out of sync.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. About you're only one viral clip away from being like, look at Severance, for example, right?
Yes.
All those actors now are like the biggest thing in the world.
Yeah.
So you don't have to be in one thing and then you're in line for James Bond. Like, or you're only like one clip of like going, oh, I wonder if this is how medieval people eat quiche on
You should
reels.
don't give that
No,
idea
I know,
away.
I know, but
You better not do that.
No.
he's already doing it.
No.
He's planning it.
I've already got 5. I've already got a strong 5. What the fuck is biltong and who is eating it?
Oh, I can tell you the answer to this.
Bodybuilders, right?
Oh, wait, I've got this the wrong way around. I can't get these answers in the wrong.
No, don't want to do next week's answer. What?
My girlfriend
Yeah.
is not biltong, but she eats biltong. And what it is a very, very dry, in a dry environment, cured meat.
And she's just walking around eating it? Or is that...
Should I tell you all about it? Do you want to know?
Yeah.
Because obviously it's to do with germs, I think, to stop the meat from rotting.
Right.
They would build these special boxes that would really dry it out.
Yeah.
And then they would eat, because then it lasts for a lot longer in places where there's like, they didn't have fridges when they first invented it and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, South Africa, it's huge. And my girlfriend is absolutely obsessed with biltong. She eats it all the time. But the biltong in the UK, she's like, it's disgusting. She's like, even the ones that come from like a South African shop, they're not good enough. It's not dry. She's like, it's not dry enough.
That's fair enough. Okay, so
it used to be like crisps.
Okay, well,
so
I'm going to look into biltong then when I'm over there.
Yeah. Are you going over?
Right now, yeah.
About 15 minutes.
All right, is the actual question.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe I'm saying this out loud. I keep seeing various versions of my dead dad. Is that your stomach?
That's my stomach, yeah. It happens every week.
As soon as I start saying, okay, I keep seeing different versions of my dead dad. Not like just sort of in passing, but in Plumstead, there's a bloke who looks like my dad when he used to visit when I was a kid. And he walks around and he lives on my street, and it is insane how much he looks like him. I've videoed him secretly and I've sent it to my sister and my brother, and they were like, this is incredible.
Does it make you feel like you've got
Makes me jump every time. But also there was a strange relationship there. There's a sense of yearning there as well. There he is.
Well,
I could say the things that I always wish I could have said in my 20s. And he's there and he's wearing flip-flops.
Well, you should just say it and see how he reacts.
I found out he's French, so that would freak me out straight away. My dad sort of,
But would your dad, for a laugh, put on a French accent?
No,
the kind of guy that would do that. But is it?
No, all right. What do you reckon? He's still with us. He's gone deep. And then in the gaff we used to live in the West Country, like a few years ago, a bloke moved in at the bottom, and he looked like my dad towards the end of his life, when my dad was cross and looking at people that were doing stuff they shouldn't have been.
Right.
And he, when I was mowing the lawn, he would sort of watch me going with this sort of like sort of sneered up face like that. And it was like my dismissive part of my dad.
Right.
My question is, how long is this going to go on for? No. When
About another 5 minutes.
Should I go and speak to the man on my street at the minute? Should I say hello to him when I see him? And just for the sake of the fact that I might be looking at a man who looks just like my dad and he's French.
Okay, I've got a few things to say here.
Yeah.
Right. Number one, I once saw a woman that looked exactly like my mum at the airport. My mum's still alive, and it really freaked me out.
Yeah.
So I do get it.
Did you
and
go
it
up to
did
her?
make me but it did make me feel like I wanted to go and chat to her because I
Yeah.
felt like I knew her, but obviously I don't know her. This is weird. Number two, the comedian Adam Flood, who has been on this podcast, looks quite a bit like my dad when my dad was younger.
Yeah.
That freaks me out a bit, right?
Have you ever met?
No. Yeah.
That could happen.
Yeah. I'd be interested to see what my dad
Make
thinks.
it
actually.
happen.
You should start seeding your dad stuff about like time travel and stuff. and then get just that. Yeah, that.
Unfortunately, he watches this, so that's that blown.
Okay.
Right. But also, I used to really fancy this girl, right? And I was seeing her for a very short amount of time.
Yeah.
And then a few months later, when that wasn't happening, it might have even been a fair bit after that, I met a girl on a dating website who looked quite a lot like her.
Yeah.
And I was like, fantastic, it's that girl I fancy, but a different girl, right?
Yeah.
And then I actually went on dates with her.
Yeah.
And by talking to her, I realised, obviously, she's a totally different person. And then they don't feel like they look, then it didn't feel like she looked that much like her. Do you know what I mean? So it's like by talking to her and getting to know her,
Yeah.
completely changed my opinion of, you don't actually
the
look,
other one. As
no,
well.
of like the second one.
Yeah.
It's like, you're not actually that much like her at all, obviously. So I think by speaking to him, you would break that.
Break that magic.
Do you think you'd be upset by speaking to him because he's not like your dad?
Well, I'd have to. That first meeting's going to be pretty weird, isn't it? I mean, you're going to have to go. You got to. It's just a street in London.
Yeah. But he's on your street all the time.
I see him on my street, but my dad would never have a little rucksack, and my dad would never
He wouldn't.
have.
He wouldn't.
We would never wear socks and sandals. There's
No,
no way.
no.
He was a denim and denim kind of guy.
He was a Terex guy.
He's a
I was so
Terex.
close to getting that
He
in.
was not. Yeah, I wonder. It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's the sort of question you were after.
No, I love
not.
it.
Do you?
Yeah,
It's
I
fine,
do.
it's anything.
You've said absolutely fuck all, so why don't you sharpen your skates and get some advice in here quick?
Right. You can talk to him, yeah. Why not?
Okay, so how do you go about talking
You
to
don't
someone?
need to tell him.
No, I don't
that he
know a
looks
word.
like
I don't
your
think
dad.
that's your opener.
Not
No.
straight away. You can maybe
No.
tell him when you become friends.
Yeah.
What is a thing? Is there like anything you could do small talk about
I
that's
think-
going on your street? Is there like roadworks or something?
I think service
That's a good
level, you
way
go, are you French? And he'll go, yeah,
We.
And you'd be like, fucking love France. And then just go, that's easy, you're in.
Maybe I could put like a French flag, like a little sticker on my car or something, just so.
And
we
write on
can't
it, go
start-
home.
Go home.
Hop it.
Maybe. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird, isn't it? I think it just gets me every time.
But I do think talking to him will change how you feel about him.
Yeah.
Because you'll realise he's actually nothing like him.
I got pretty close to him the other day.
What did he smell like?
he was coming around the bend at there's a big privet hedge, and we walked into each other.
Oh.
Yeah, and I nearly went, Papa. No.
And he nearly said the goal.
No, Daddy. Dad. Sorry, Dad. There you go. Yeah, kind of weird. But the good thing is, what I can do is I say to my son, "There's your granddad." Yeah, he looks like him. Yeah, I know he's dead. He's dead. Yeah, but that's what he looked like when he used to visit me when I was about your age. And my son will go, "Wow, that's good. It's quite a thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
To be able to say that." But then my brother and my sister sent me a picture the other day of Billy Connolly, and he looks quite a lot like my stepdad. So I think maybe as we get older, we just start looking
Looking for answers.
looking similar.
Well, I definitely think you need to just chat to him and break the seal.
Hello. I think it's just it's going to start with a hello, isn't it?
Yeah.
Maybe I could pretend my car's broken down, and I'll wait for him to be. He's always on the move though. He's always.
If you
Should I follow him? There's a question.
Yes.
Should I follow him to where he works, and then once he's
Yeah.
sat for lunch, then you've got half a chance? Because I don't think
Then
you've
you'll
got.
know if he's your dad.
You take a Dairy Lunchable with you, sit down next to him, share a bit.
I follow the guy
Yeah.
to where he's working, and then once he's sat down, I've got a better chance of a chat. Because at the minute on the street, it's just going to be a hello, isn't it?
Mm.
That's all right though, because you start with a hello, and that becomes more and more.
And it'd
But
be
then-
like, pint?
But then he sees me 4 miles away somewhere else, and I'm like, oh, hello again.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. I think wait by the privet hedge,
Mm.
and then as you bump into him next time, just go, bloody hedge,
Mm.
and then you're in.
The hedges around here, I mean, please.
Yeah, my arse needs a cut.
I remember when ours was only this. I remember when ours was this. How long have you lived around here? We've lived around here since it was that. No,
That's right. Yeah.
Or you could be like, has my son been bothering you?
Yeah.
You should be like, has my son been bothering you? Because you look a lot like his granddad.
Because he kicks random men.
Yeah, pin it all on your
My
kid.
son been kicking you?
Look, I've got it. Oh, maybe I put it on him. Sorry.
Yeah.
I must say, if my son does come up to you and say it's because you look a lot like my
So
dead
you
father.
really want him to know that?
You do.
I don't know. I'm just.
That's
I'm,
what we're getting.
Mm,
Because we're saying just say London buses, then there's none, and then there's two.
mm.
But you're saying you look just
Or-
like Papa.
Yeah. Would you be up for coming? A bit weird, but would you be up for being in a family photo of us?
Entitled "What If."
What if? Has that been helpful in any way? Cool. That's all we've got time for.
No, it has. Just to say it out loud helps, doesn't it?
Will you do us a favour? If you do speak to him,
I'm going to follow him.
if you do speak to him,
Yeah.
will you leave me a voice note? Tell me how it went, so we can tell people on the
Okay.
show.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Or come back in, but we don't want to waste your time.
I might
You
film
can.
myself following him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Don't do that. That can
quite
get in
fun.
trouble with the police.
You could go on Instagram Live and
Oh.
just chase him.
And when you do chat to him, why don't you ask him to just
Oh.
click subscribe on the Got a Problem Mate YouTube channel?
Or do you ever watch? Do you know those Facebook pages that are like predator hunters?
Yes.
Why don't you we could set up a thing and
Oh, yeah,
we could set up
we'd
a
all find him.
decoy. Joey can do a good little boy voice.
Oh, my not dead dad is not a paedophile.
No, we're not saying that.
Yeah, but we can accuse him.
And then the conversation
Or
starts.
we put up a picture of your dad and say, "Have you seen this man?" And then we'll wait for leads. There might be more than one lookalike.
Yeah, there probably could be.
Might be a better one. You don't need to bother with this French guy.
Yeah.
Forget the French one. Let's
Yeah.
get an English one. Come on, please.
So what have we found out? Spencer misses his dad, understandably. He's been a great guest. He's also on tour. What a
Oh,
link
yeah.
there. Where and when are you on tour? Or where can people find out about your dad? Should I read them out?
I
quickly?
genuinely can't remember. But
Okay.
Where are you doing in London?
Leicester Square Theatre in March.
Oh, that's massive.
Yeah. I don't know how many it's sold. I've no idea.
Yeah,
But I've got Brighton tomorrow. That's sold out.
Yeah,
Bath's
but this
done.
won't be out tomorrow, so don't worry
Bath,
about that.
Brighton are all right. And then
Here we go. You're doing the Norwich Playhouse on the
House
6th of
in
March.
March.
Then you're in Ormskirk on the 19th. Leeds again.
And-
York. Nice little run there. Stockton-on-Tees, Birmingham Glee, Canterbury the Marlow Theatre, and London Leicester Square at the end of March.
Can I say, I know you've been doing it for a while and
Yeah.
everything, but selling out venues is still a huge deal.
Well, this is my first ever tour. You're very kind.
No, it is though.
It's,
The
and
fact that you're doing Leicester Square Theatre
yeah.
is huge.
Oh, bless you. No, I am feel very.
a tiny little room downstairs. Don't know nothing.
Oh no! Is he going to cancel? Just pull the top out.
No, I'm very lucky to do
No,
it.
Yeah.
And after this, I'm not. I might quit.
Okay.
Oh, that was going to be my other
You're
question.
not going to quit. Before, when you were like, "Oh, my question was going to be, oh, what am I doing with my life?" It's like, it's silly.
Can I ask one quick question? When you do quit, can you direct all your fans my way?
Yeah.
Cheers. Okay. You've been such a great guest. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you
I'll
so
pick a better
much.
pub next time. And
Thank you.
if you've enjoyed this episode, then please do like, rate, and subscribe on all the correct channels.
And check out Cell Pack. That's right. We're sponsored by Cell Pack Tissues today. Got a problem, mate.
We'll see you next week. Very big guest next week. Biggest guest we've ever had next week.
Is it?
Yeah. He's about to cancel.